I sent it on straight to you. Hey, everybody. This is Big Jeff coming coming to you live from No Days Off Radio Production with the number one show talk show in the land. Nothing
Nothing
but
but the
the truth.
truth.
All right. Now the night show is called There's Three Sides to Any Story.
Yep.
All right. And it's mighty strange how God puts you in position. And I got to share this with you to make things happen at certain times in your life. We was actually gonna do this show last week,
We were.
and for some odd reason, some things happened. I got, sickly, and I just couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying? And then there was some more things going on, and just so happened this week, a lot of events took place. You know, we had the Funny Willis testimony shit go down this week where they done put her in cahoots with the White House to indict President Trump.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Then we had situations where the Epstein files done swung out on the Clintons. Then we got some situations where it's just things going on and taking place right now to where everybody's being at all. To where we have seen tweets go out and videos of Young Thug and Baby riding in the car together, and you got these podcasters speaking on, Thug should be this and that and the other, and on top of that, Thug sent out a tweet himself saying that Gunna is the man right now.
Shout out to
Gunna is
Thug.
the man.
Shout out to Gunna.
And these are things that should have taken place, but everything is in time. Everything is in time. We have I have had people calling me about doing things, as far as trying to get things back together with the city of Atlanta, the state of Georgia. So we got a lot of things that's about to take place.
That's right.
So and that's the name of this show tonight has a lot of bearings on that. Because throughout the 3 years, 4 years now, almost, of incarceration for the guys in the YSL trial, everybody now, instead of running away from it, they run into it. Everybody wants to get their exclusives on it. Everybody want to talk about it now. Everybody want to try to do a whole lot of things with that case right now. And it's time. It's time, and it couldn't have been a better time. So God has all the praise on that.
Hallelujah.
So should be getting out in a couple of days.
Woo-hoo.
As planned, you know what I mean? So, a lot of things is taking place, a lot of things looking up.
Thank you, Jesus.
But our fight is still not over.
That's right.
Our fight is still not over. So we're gonna go and get this show started, and we're gonna show y'all a couple of clips, on some things that relate to it, that relates to this show. We're gonna try to always have something, like I say, it's got to be God to give us this grace, because we didn't have this clip last week. And, I be at home meditating sometimes on Friday, and it seems like God will send a clip through the phone. I don't never pay the phone no attention like I have lately. And one of the stories I'm gonna show you all today has a lot to do with this show. And it's just it don't amaze me because I don't question God and His work. I'm thankful that He sends His blessings through me at times. So we're gonna have a good show today. We gonna put it on the table, and anybody wanna join in, you're free to call in, and we'll put you out there. So right now we're gonna go to a clip of a man and his daughter sitting in a restaurant that he faithfully goes to every weekend. And it's three sides to a story. It's three sides to the story. Here's a man that was enjoying his daughter's 5th birthday at a restaurant that he eats his breakfast at on Saturdays every weekend, consistently every weekend, to where even the waitress knows him, knows what he's gonna order, knows how he want his food, how he want his coffee, the whole 9 yards. This is how consistent he eats at this place. And we finna pull it up, and we finna let you hear the beginning of it, and that'll give you an idea of the three parts to every story. I'm gonna play the beginning, and then I'm gonna play the ending of it, so y'all understand the three parts of the story. All right, so here it is. This is and it's sad because the black man that's in the video, he's actually the judge in that county. So we're gonna kick it off and let y'all hear it, and then we're gonna keep going.
All right, sweetheart. Who's this man to you?
He's my dad.
Is he making you say that?
No.
Sir, I'm going to need some proof she's your daughter. Birth certificate, custody, paperwork, something. If you can't show me, you're getting put in cuffs.
Officer Ryan Kelcher, a 9-year veteran of the Harlow Creek Police Department, walked into Miller's Diner on a Saturday morning, saw a black man sitting in a booth with a white 5-year-old girl, and made a decision about what he was seeing before he took another step. He approached Dominic Wells without a single piece of evidence and without any observable sign of distress from the child. Just a black man, a white girl, and an assumption. He accused Dominic of abducting his own daughter and proceeded to arrest him without cause. What Officer Ryan Kelcher didn't know was that the man he was dragging out of that booth in handcuffs was a sitting magistrate judge with 12 years on the bench, and that his decision to treat a black father like a criminal on his daughter's 5th birthday would cost him his badge, his career, and the city of name $1.1 million. Before we go further, what city or country are you watching from? Drop it in the comments. We love seeing where you're tuning in from. And if you believe a black father adopting and raising a white child should never be treated as something suspicious, like this video and subscribe. Miller's Diner on a Saturday morning sounds exactly the way you'd want it to. Plates clattering, coffee being poured, the low hum of conversations overlapping each other across vinyl booths, and in the window booth, the one by the left corner, the one that had quietly become his booth over 3 years of Saturday mornings, sat Dominic Wells, 53 years old, reading glasses pushed up on his forehead.
All right. Now, here is a part of a 3-part story on this situation to where here's an officer that has been called unanimously, somebody called anonymous in the into the county, reported that they see something that don't look right, which was this black man at a table with a white baby, which happened to be a little girl. So he's the officer gets the call, he comes to answer the call, but as you heard, not one time did he stop and ask anybody anything. He ain't stopped and asked nobody nothing. The waitress, the owner, the supervisor, the manager, whoever, he ain't asked nobody that is a part of that restaurant who this person is before he just go and attack this person. So he did what the court system do. They
prejudge.
give you a charge. Don't ask what's happening, don't ask nothing. This is what officers do consistently. And that's sad. But anyway, he hasn't asked this man not one thing about himself other than what's his name, give me your ID, or if you don't, you going in cuffs.
And why do you have this little white girl with you?
Now, the kid is justified only by her being white. Had that been a black man with a black little girl,
It wouldn't have been an issue.
when nobody said nothing, and I'm not just faulting the officer, I'm faulting the person that called in too. It's good to report something if you see something that's irregular. That's all well and fine. But investigate yourself sometime. If you scared, okay, that's cool. You holler at Red Rock, you call the police, all well and fine. But at the same token, common sense. Let's use common sense sometime. If you pay attention to somebody that's committing a crime with a child, the child gonna give it away.
Exactly.
If you paying attention. But if you just looking and going on about your business, then no, you'll miss it. You actually will miss it. So, we got to give whoever they props for being, focused on that, but you can't just jump to a conclusion. You know what I'm saying? Because like I say, the person that's in harm will give it away if you just sit there and pay it some attention.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, the way the corporate get away is that by them looking around, investigating the room, and they catch you paying attention, they first mindset gonna be, I need to get the hell out of here, cause they know they committing a crime. So it's easy to see if that's a problem.
But that wasn't
You
the
know,
case.
but for the police officer to come in and just take what he saw, like they do, and run with it, it cost them. Now, if you paid attention to the video, pull that link up, you know, you can pull it up after the show and just look at it and listen to it. You know, because everybody needs to see this. You know, and that, like I say, that come down to everybody's story. His, theirs, and the truth.
And the truth, somewhere in the middle, right?
You know, and what you gonna hear in the end is what's gonna shock you. What you hear in the end of that video is gonna shock you. It's gonna make you sick. It's not gonna be shocking to where you feel like it wasn't supposed to happen like that. What it's gonna make you sick about is how it ends and what the officer does. All right. Now we're gonna talk about Sanita's topic, which is three stories to three. Always three sides to a story. All right. So now that's Shanita's thought process. So we're gonna let her kick it off with why she came up with that idea, and see how it fell in place with us having this show today instead of last week.
Well, I came up with the idea because there are some personal things that happen, but primarily the things that are in the news was going on with the voting situation. Because now you have it where the judge has ordered Fulton County to go into mediation with the FBI, because the FBI confiscated the voting records from Fulton County, and now they're saying that there's boxes of missing files. There's 200 people that was born in 1900, so they would have been like 100 and something years old right now, 120 and 126 years old right now. So, and they said there's like 200 and something, and then they said, oh well, we made a correction, it's 190. Still, even to have 100 people that registered or voted that was born in the 1900s is crazy business. But you still have people saying, oh, it's corruption, and nothing. We counted the votes, like Mr. Pitts. We counted the votes several times, and there was no error. But now all of a sudden, there are errors. You know, at first people was thinking President Trump was just crazy for wanting the recount of these votes. And they were saying that he wanted, what's his name, Brad Raffensperger, to lie and to make up and to say that there were votes that there wasn't. But turns out there's a strong possibility that it was. You know, and it's looking like he's telling the truth. But then when you talk to people on the government side of Fulton County, oh, they just swearing out, oh, there's no errors found. Okay, something is going on. Do you guys want us to sit here and believe that there was nothing? The FBI came in, a judge found probable cause to go in and to allow the confiscation of the records to happen. You know, so if there was nothing, why did she sign the order, number one? And now you guys want us to not believe that your judges that you have in office is wrong and y'all are right. What is it? Two sides to every story, right?
That's right. 3.
Three sides to
Their
every story.
side,
Their
the other
side, the
and
other
the truth.
side, and the truth.
Yeah, there you go.
Somewhere in the middle,
Somewhere
right?
in the middle. Somewhere in the middle.
Right. So that's the reason for the topic today. Also, you know, I'm not gonna say my personal issues on over the air. I keep that to myself because you know me. Hey, this nothing but the truth. So
Nothing but the truth.
I'll get to spin it, even if it's my truth.
That's
you know.
Right. That's right.
Hey,
Nothing but the truth.
it is what it is. You know.
So, yeah, but so saying that to say this, we have situations in life to where we have people who are very, and I mean, I'm saying they so good at it, man, it's their third nature. They are very, very, very naive. They are very, you know, and along with being naive, that puts deceit in you.
That puts the what?
Deceit. And a deceptive person is a person that gives you all of these aspects, which are made up truths, half truths, and whole lies.
Right.
You understand? So when you can deceive that good,
Tell it.
you get these type of situations to where it has to be an investigation done just to see who's actually being
Who's
truthful.
telling the truth? And now you have the judge just recently came out. Was it today? And he's ordering Fulton County and the FBI into mediation. They have until March the 4th to come up with a resolution and how they gonna handle this situation.
There you go. So guess what? But you know they're not gonna let them tie them up in a trial. You know what I'm saying? So now that mediation gonna have to be put in front of some people who are some heavyweights, and it's gonna be trial that way, to
Well-
where it's closed doors, no public in it, no media in it, none of that. And then they gonna tell us what the results gonna be.
You think? Well,
Yeah.
that's if they come to a
If
resolution.
they come to a resolution, then we'll know what's going on.
Right.
Other than that, I guarantee you ain't nobody else gonna be in that room but them.
But I guarantee you, Trump gonna tell it.
You know, Trump done told it.
Trump done told
He
it.
done told it. He been telling it for the last 2 or 3 years. He done told it.
He done told it.
But you know, when you have, you know, it's no different than a
Ooh-wee.
average human being.
Right.
When you have made a tough bed up for yourself, meaning you have been in so much rigmarole to where nobody believes you on anything you say, which I tell kids all the time. The worst thing you can have is everybody looking at you to be a particular person. When your face value is not concrete, man, with the people of any kind, you're going to have problems for your whole life. Because no matter how good you turn your life around, how good you be supportive in corporate America, in the world, or anything, it's going to always be somebody sitting back in the corner saying, he or she going to mess up again. They're going to mess up again. It's going to always be a non-believer that you cannot change. And it can be 20 years later. That same person going to still have that same mindset. That's why I'm so strongly against worrying about how people feel about you. You can't change that, man. Yeah, you can't change it. So what we're facing right now is substances of all of that. You got a whole bunch of people who have done so much wrongdoings. To now, you can't make it right. So you finna have to try to put up a defense against an offense that was already prepared and ready to string your face up.
And now,
And that's gonna be
but
hard
see,
to do
we've been
because-
on that though.
Thank you. We've been knowing it.
Because when we were there,
Went through it for 3 years.
exactly, we knew
See,
that.
To where they had to get me out the courtroom.
Yes, they wouldn't even let
To
Big
keep it
Jeff
from-
sit in the
To
courtroom.
keep it from coming out sooner than that.
When Fonnie Willis testified, I was
You
in
know.
there, but they ain't let Big Jeff. They made him
So,
leave.
It's a whole lot because
Yeah.
I told the story over a year and a half ago
Exactly.
about me going to the federal office.
Filing.
I went to the United States District Attorney office and filed a grievance.
Nothing happened, guys.
I went to the Fulton County
Yep.
Internal Affairs, filed a grievance. I even went to the Senate. Didn't hear from nobody. That's when I told my whole team. That lets me know that this is a lot of people with big faces behind this situation. And I knew some of them had to be at the White House.
Preach.
So Fonnie Willis had a hearing. And this is what they say about the hearing, that she was in cahoots with the White House to indict Donald Trump.
And see, that's what Trump was saying way back when she
You know.
first testified too.
Thank you.
But see, they banned him from getting those travel records.
Just like they banned me.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that lets you know there's a lot of people playing a lot of roles in all this business. And mark my word, the YSL RICO trial is gonna come out in this year. It's gonna come out in this fight
It is.
to show that it's just another picture to paint to say how corrupt they have been.
I'm telling y'all. Ooh.
You know,
And see, that's how people don't understand, and that's why we understand, because we were there. You can't
We
tell
were
us.
there.
You can't change our minds when we were there. We felt it. There are things that you guys
Witnessed it.
didn't see
Thank
that
you.
we saw and that
Thank
we knew and know, and that you guys don't know. So that's why we feel strongly about the discrepancies. Like, we're on the side with Trump when it comes to the corruption that has been going
right.
down in Fulton County.
all the way down to me being extorted by people of her team.
Oh my God, you guys don't
You know,
even know
so
the
y'all
half of
don't
that.
have a truth. Y'all don't have a clue of what took place.
Right. Even I was arrested, guys.
You know, thank you.
I got a whole Fulton County mugshot.
So, y'all, and it's sad because I have said this before, and I'm going to say it again. When people come at you from angles that can't make a square, it's not going to never be right.
Right.
It's not going to never be right, man, because you got to it's telling lies. You got to always tell another lie to make the other lie look good.
Exactly.
So now it's getting to a point to where all of your lies
Coming to a head.
have caught up with you. Now you got to tell a ultimate lie to try to straighten up 1,000 lies. And that's going to take one good lie, and that's not going to happen.
And see, President Biden, if that's who you were working with, or whoever you were, we don't know. That's allegedly. So we're not saying you did a.
If it was
or
at the
you
White
didn't.
House, it's going to fall on Biden.
But President Trump is saying that you guys were working with the White House. Now, the White House people, the
It's
president has
everybody.
immunity.
That's right.
Yo, but don't.
Thank you. So, it's going to be rough.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be rough. And see, now you finna have all these podcasters tuning in to it. Because that's how they keep their clout going. You got podcasters already that have spoke on it. I got a guy that I be listening to sometime. I listen to his show consistently.
I do too.
You know what I'm saying? I listen to this guy's show consistently. And he's what it is? Yeah.
This one right here, I'll tell you.
Yeah. And
you I know what you're talking about.
he's on their ass.
Oh yeah, he stay on their ass.
He on their ass, and I'm saying it just like that. He's on their ass. And hey man, let me tell you something. He's on he Class E News. Class E News.
Yeah.
Hey man, that man now, you can go listen to his show,
Right here.
and you can update yourself on everything going down in there. He on it. Class E.
Oh, they doggone it.
Hey man, he own it. You know what I'm saying? And I get some of my leeway from him
Yeah.
by
Just a
listening
little
to him.
bit, but see,
Just a
we
little.
already know.
You know,
But see,
and
now that it's coming out,
there you
y'all,
go. He just speaking everything we have already told you all to prepare for.
you got people in government. You got people in places like NAACP. They filed a lawsuit against the Rutgers being taken too, and that came back
Thank you.
not
Thank you.
in their favor.
Thank you.
Because they like
Thank But
you,
God don't like ugly. We went to the NAACP for some help, and they asked me what the hell I want them to do about it.
Right.
Really?
Meanwhile,
You seeing people rights being violated, and you
Right.
ask me what I want you to do about it?
a whole judge got removed. And
Thank
what
you.
you want us to do about it?
You know, come on,
Okay,
man.
Come on.
You know,
So please.
you know, so hey, man, it is what it is. I don't have no sympathy for none of their asses. I don't, and I don't mean to sound harsh, but I do. I got 5 family members that went down in this shit. Yeah, I'm pissed off.
Right.
I ain't mad. I'm pissed.
Pissed.
You know, so and they didn't leave me a choice. You understand? So they don't care. I don't care. That's just how it go. But I sympathize with them because had they not jumped the gun because they felt like it was gonna be a meaning behind it, they wouldn't be in that situation. No different than them saying that about us in a courtroom in trial.
I always say I don't glory when somebody's in that
You know,
hot seat.
you
'Cause
can't
that
do
hot
that.
seat hot.
Hey man, we all human.
Right.
We all human. We all make mistakes. But sometimes you can make a mistake, man, that you can't come back from.
Like
And this look like it's gonna be one of
Like
those
trying to-
situations.
prosecute the president.
Thank you. You trying to prosecute people, man, you ain't got a clue about, but you got more dirt on your fingernails even after you go to the nail shop.
They say sweep
You know,
around your own front
So
door.
sweep around your own front door, man. Make sure your house is right before you try to condemn somebody else's house. You know, and we got you know, this is an everyday life situation. You know what I'm saying? To where you see it every day, man, in court. You see it every day in home situation, street situation. You see it everywhere, man. Your lies can only take you so far before somebody pay attention to correct you.
We have a comment that says presumptive immunity for official acts within the outer perimeter of their official responsibility and no immunity for unofficial acts. Right. And unofficial is Fulton County going to meet at the White House to discuss how we gonna set up the president, allegedly.
Allegedly. So, you know, a lot of people had to take place in that meeting. You know what I'm saying? Now, what they gonna find out and inform us on is who was at that meeting.
Who was all at the meeting?
You know what I'm saying? Who was at that? What you call it? What they call our meeting? You know, and they ain't laughing at them, man. I'm laughing with them because they were laughing at my ass.
Okay.
You know, so
Walking
they
you
had
out.
they had a in-house meeting, no different than the in-house meeting they had
Shingles
at Fulton
did.
County.
What they call it?
You understand? You know, so they having too many of these meetings for a lot of people in big high places not to be aware of. There's too many meetings, man, to where paper is getting pushed through a lot of people's hands. You know, we got to pay attention to that part too now. They just the pawns in the chess games. We need to find out who the kings, the knights, the rooks, and all that are. The queen especially, because she run the board. You know, so to have all these ex-parte meetings, as they call it,
Yup.
there's a lot of people playing a role in that. We better open our damn eyes and pay attention.
It wouldn't have been ex parte because the trial hadn't started yet. She met with them to come
she's
up
having
with the plan.
trials. She done had trials. Hey man,
Allegedly.
I still want to know, and I want all our listeners. I want y'all to put this out on your Twitters, your Instagrams, your Facebooks, whatever you got to post on. I want everybody to post this question and send it out to all your followers or whoever, and ask this question: how can a person be indicted by what this shit they call a special grand jury? What the hell is a special grand jury? What type of people do that consist of?
And why is it not public?
You know,
That's another
why
thing
is
they
it?
gonna change.
Thank you. You know, why can't it be publicized? You know, you say you went to a special grand jury and got these indictments signed.
Right.
Where do these people come from? You know, because if they were handpicked, you know, by you all, by them, they can't be a special grand jury. A special grand jury, you know, this my mindset. If you tell me my paperwork went before a special grand jury, I'm thinking that you went. My mindset gonna make me feel like you went to a legal jury board that these people sit on and put the case in front of them like the grand jury. I know the grand jury is supposed to make that decision. So it's actually some people that's bigger than the grand jury, and this is what their name is, a special grand jury.
Okay. Because I don't understand
You know,
that either.
that don't add up, man. It don't make sense. You know what I'm saying? We got a special jury that we can go to indict certain cases. No, that's it should be the grand jury, period. When did all these how would you say it? All these different titles and all these different sets of people and all this come in place, and the people weren't notified that we had this?
Because they all the time make stuff and rules to abide by what they want to do.
There you go.
But now the table is turning.
You know, so everybody, you know, what the system has to understand in our Fulton County, I can't speak on nothing but our city. They got I think somebody somewhere dropped the ball and forgot that it's somebody over everybody.
I'm telling you.
It's somebody over the president. So you can never be bigger than the program. I don't care who you are, what situation you in. Nobody's bigger than the program. But the way this woman spoke, day one, she was letting you know that I got the power because I have a lot of people in my pocket to allow me to have the power, to allow me to feel like I got the power to do whatever I want to do, to whoever I want to do it to, however I want to do it to them. And she just acted out. She just showed it. She revealed her cards.
Abuse of power.
You know what I'm saying? But and then it got to where she got so comfortable with it, she made it a threat to other people, which were her employees. She's the employer employed up under Fulton County, which is us, the taxpayers. Y'all voted her in. You know, so she took advantage of a good situation the wrong way. She should be considered the same type of person that she tried to consider the criminals that she convict to be. The people that she tried to make convicts be. The people that she put these indictments on, that she put all these bogus ass charges on. You know, my son they arrested my son for 6 charges. Before he went to court, he had 21 charges. What the hell? How did that happen? And he's in jail. So he sat in jail and got 16 extra charges from doing what? He can't hear, he can't talk, can't nobody talk to him unless they know sign language. You use his defect, his illness, his mental health to list him as a gang member because he has to use his hands to talk. Let me see you go in there and talk to him. You know, so everything, you know, you throw shit at the wall and it don't stick now. You're gonna have problems. You're gonna have problems. You know, they done threw all these balls at the wall and all of them then none of them stick.
None of them stick.
Then none of them stick. Now you in the same situation that you have convicted thousands of people on. Now you in that same position.
And it doesn't feel good at all.
Now you got to explain yourself. You gotta try to make you gotta make somebody think that you were right by what you were doing and how you went about doing it. So guess what? That's your story, their stories, and the truth.
That's right.
It's coming full circle. It's 3 sides to every story. It's 3 sides to every story. Now, what's gonna happen when she get the P. Diddy effect, the R. Kelly effect, the Bill Cosby effect, the Donald Trump effect, the Big Jeff Williams effect? How she gonna take that? When now everybody's coming out the woodworks on you. Marissa Viverito. You know, we ain't forgot about you either now. Lying on the oath.
That part.
Especially on me. Somebody better, I wish you had did your homework a little better on me than my son, because I live by when you tell something on me, you better tell the truth. Because I'm going to tell it. I'm going to tell the truth. Because that's where we at. Nothing but the truth.
Yeah, but true.
Ain't got nothing to hide. So don't think you done slipped out the way up too. Every dog have their day.
I don't know why
You know,
people think that their titles can prevent them from having,
Anything done to them.
yeah. They
You know.
think because they got certain titles, you still human, honey. You bleed
You know, and then y'all go recruit
like we do.
people
Other people, right?
that deceive you, and you think they telling you the truth.
On God.
You think they telling you the truth, man. You know, so understand this. It's some people out here good, better than y'all at what y'all do.
What?
Woody showed you. Y'all called that young man a fool. Y'all called that young man a fool. That young man was the smartest thing in the YSL trial.
What?
Smarter than everybody that played a role in it. Because he getting paid for it.
Yeah.
That's how good he was compared to y'all. So, 3 sides to every story, man. It's just coming back around. It's coming back around. I'm going through a lot of things at Fulton County myself, and they holding the bag on me, just because of who I am and what I did, and that stood up for my child, for my children. And I'll take that. I'll take that because at the end, like they say, he who laughs the best. That's how it goes. Y'all laughing at me now. In the end, I'm not gonna laugh at y'all because I don't see shit funny.
It's not funny, and we're not
You know what I'm saying? I don't see nothing funny, and I ain't trying to condemn you. I just want people to.
Understand.
I hope the people who are listening or the people who hear about this show can come to the people in your office, in that building, and say, hey, man, listen, we got to do what's right, because this can be my family member.
Exactly.
This can be my child. This can be my cousin, my brother, my aunt, my uncle, my mama, my grandma, my grandparents, that we do this to. How can you sleep with yourself knowing that you are intentionally doing something to people to try to destroy them?
take people away from their children.
You know, and you don't have a leg to stand on to do it. Come on, man. You know, you got people who will stand in a courtroom, 3 sides to a story. But the people who get the most leeway is the people who are trying to make up the story.
Right. And it was so evil to even bring up, like they brought up past things that had already been resolved.
Thank you.
And tried to retry it.
And Slick retried them.
Yeah.
With it. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy, man. You got 13 people sitting in a jury booth. You got 1 to 5 or 10 or 20 or 30 people at the district attorney table. You got 1 defendant, 1 attorney sitting at the defense table. You got 1 judge and a bailiff that has to swear you in. All of these people, none of these people who are sitting here holding people's faiths in their hands know one thing about the person that's being charged, that's going to trial. Not one thing. But you got a pool of people that's called district attorneys, prosecutors. They have a team of people that's called the investigators. And then you got police officers who was willing to go down with this sinking ship by coming and sitting on the witness stand, getting sworn in,
Knowing they was lying.
knowing
Sworn
that
in to lie.
no sooner they identify themselves, the first thing gonna come out their mouth next is a damn lie. But you swore on the Bible that you would sit up here and tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. And your whole conversation is a lie.
It's crazy.
To where they got so desperate, they took videos out of interrogation and modified them and fooled everybody with it. Fooled a lot of people with it because they only played what they wanted you to hear. Because they know how people are. We hear something, we run with it. We don't want to hear all of something. We just want enough to feed off of.
And it was an entire fight just for Big Jeff to get media in there to
Thank you.
cover our side of the story.
You know, I had to ask for a Rule 22,
Right. From Miss
and they thought I had lost my mind. I know it because they didn't think we knew about Rule 22s. Anybody that has a loved one that's going to trial should always ask for a Rule 22, because that's more concrete evidence you can give to the review board. You can give to your attorney. You can have it for your personal records. You can do it for the Department of Pardon and Parole. You know, ask for the Rule 22 and get it video. They'll allow you to video it yourself. You don't have to be media. You know, so that's a right that you have. And I guarantee you it'll change a lot of things that's going on in the court system right now. That people have volunteered to participate in. I'm not going to say all the judges, all the, workers. It's some workers who ain't going down with it, and they are being fired. That's why they have the whistleblowers. They had whistleblowers against the DA that has been telling the Senate what's been going on, how it's been going, and these were people who were put in position to handle that type of situation with them. They lost their job. One lady, they did her so bad, they bust her down so bad, they put her in the basement sorting out records. And she say they had her in the record department sorting out old records and told her put them in alphabetical order.
That's crazy, guys.
This lady said when she talked to the sentence on the whistleblower, I'm looking at it, she said, Dave, I had even ran across paperwork from the 90s. That's just how bad they did her.
And people don't understand. Sometimes, if you haven't been the underdog, if you haven't been abused or
You don't understand it.
humiliated before a group of people,
You don't understand it, man.
You don't understand
You
sometimes.
don't understand it.
Exactly.
To where they made my family the target at Fulton County. My whole family was the target. To where even in the courthouse they abused us. Even in the courthouse they did bullshit toward my family. But they not gonna let y'all see that. They not gonna tell y'all that. They not gonna let nobody record that. They watched our every move through a monitor. They had a person sitting in hiding,
Every move.
concealed, where you couldn't see them or nothing, but they can see us. They can hear us. They was recording us talking in an empty courtroom.
Yeah.
We
I
had.
remember me and Tasha got on our phone and they ran out there and made us get off the phone.
Thank you.
And when they want us in the phone in the lobby, on our personal phones in the lobby.
So we had to deal with a lot, man, to where we had to leave the women had to leave their purses outside. You had to put your phone in a bag. You had to do all this extra shit.
Leave your ID.
Thank you. Leave your ID for
so they
what?
can be running
I
checks
don't know.
on you while you're in court.
Come to find out, they were running checks on you. They were checking your identification. I even caught one of the investigators doing it.
And
So
then,
it's not
didn't
a
they
lot.
Lose your ID? One of your
Then my ID some kind of way came up
got
missing.
missing. Yeah.
But they still wanted me to try to present an ID to go in an empty ass courtroom. Not me. Not me. When y'all get my ID, y'all can hold it and keep it every day. I don't give a damn. But they didn't reimburse me for it. Couldn't for some other reason they couldn't find out who was the officer that was working that day, that on the sign-in sheet. Nobody. Now we got Miss J.C. Jones on the line.
Hey, Miss
This is
JC.
one of the people who helped me tremendously throughout the 3 years of me being tortured. Well, trying to be tortured, because it wasn't torture. That shit was really funny to me. And she helped me put in a lot of work. She even went as far as, and I forgot about that. She wrote a letter that we sent to the White House.
Go ahead, Miss JC.
She wrote a letter. We sent it to the White House. Didn't get no answer from them neither. And I'm gonna let her speak. And she had a unfortunate accident that happened to her son, which is my boy. And hopefully he's doing well. I just got over being sick myself. So we're gonna let her speak. She's on the phone. She called in. Thank you. So go ahead.
How y'all doing today?
Doing good, girlie.
What you doing?
Man, so I wrote another letter, y'all. I called it. I said, ain't no better day to call it in live.
There you go.
Okay, so I just got a letter out to Fulton County about all the prosecutions. Again, I did copy the White House, the U.S. Attorney. I did include every official there is in the whole state of Georgia. Because we need some answers, and there's a lot of people affected. Not just our five, but there's a lot of people that is affected by this trickle down effect. So
There you go.
if y'all don't mind, I'll read it.
Read it.
Go ahead.
Read it.
All right.
First of all, identify yourself so the audience can know, and tell them how they can, tune in on, you talking to you the whole 9 yards, and let them know about my boy having an accident.
Oh yeah, so I appreciate
mercy.
and they are hiding a lot of things. They left them for dead in the ICU, and I've been fighting for his care since. So it's been a battle. I'm fighting against racism. I'm fighting against people with money, with power, and it's the same thing that happens on the criminal side. And so just bringing it to light, and what I do. And that's what I do. I ask for accountability because we as voters have the biggest say so. Because we're paying our taxes, we're voting, and according to what they say, the law says that's our house.
Yeah. Let them know where you low. Let them know where you at. Let the listeners know where you calling from.
Oh, I'm calling from Detroit.
Oh, Detroit in the
Detroit
house.
in the house.
Yeah, Detroit, and we don't have it like y'all have it in Georgia.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Okay, because Georgia is operating
We're one
on
of a
some
kind.
very old laws.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that is part of the problem. And when I came across Jeff, we really hit the ground running together immediately.
There you go.
And I said, there is a lot of things happening that you probably don't understand because it's at a higher level. And you would probably think that your son is the target for this, but it's actually for this. So I just wanted to make sure that you were supplied with all the information that you need because all of this information don't come from attorneys.
That's right.
They don't come from word of the mouth. They don't come from people that's around you. It always comes from afar, and it's always the information that you need to get a step closer. So that was my main goal when I first met Jeff, and then I met Shanita over the phone. So I've been with them ever since. So I just say, if I'm listening in, and I always make sure I go back, like and support and do all of that, but it's very important to get the message out there the right way, so that way the right person will eventually see it, and they will eventually do something. You just have to keep on getting it across the desk, which is the problem at hand. We shouldn't have to do that. Once it goes through the one-step command that it's supposed to, we're not supposed to have to keep doubling back the way that we have to double back to check up. We've had no response on the complaints that were filed for the prosecution. The complaint numbers were assigned, and now Fulton decided to charge for the website.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
So I paid for it, and mysteriously, none of them have had meetings yet. Not one.
That's strong now.
So what I did was just coming in to share our new letter
Okay.
that I had to put out.
All right. So Jay.
And the subject, yeah.
Yep. So go ahead.
The subject is request for independent review and withdrawal of cases under current leadership. To the honorable officials of the city of Fulton and the state of Georgia, I am writing to formally express my serious concern regarding the integrity of prosecutions carried out under the current city leadership. Recent patterns of conduct and decision-making have raised substantial questions about fairness, transparency,
All right, so that lets you know.
Sorry, I'm out of breath, y'all. I'm running
Yeah.
groceries.
Okay.
Hey.
So
Yeah, I apologize.
so we gotta, and that's just another light to share with you all on what I have been saying day one. Our fight is not over yet.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's people like Jay that came to help me and lead me down a path that I was weary on. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thankful and I'm grateful and I'm appreciative of God putting her in my life, for that purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, man, it is a lot of things that happen with me lets me further know that God has my favor.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So and we done rode a line together. To where sometime, man, she had to call me for me to even remember she was on my team. Because I was going through so much.
So much.
With this case, with family matters, cause I still gotta live.
Not
But
only live, though, you have to
I
survive
have to
in it.
I have to stay 20 toes down because I'm responsible for a lot of people. You know, and I can't complain. I can't complain. So any help that I can get, I be appreciating it. That's why you never, I grew up on, for me being a child that left home at 13 that had to make it, had to do the right things to survive, not the wrong things to make it. I had to do the right things to survive. And that's keep my education going, that's keep myself going, that's to put my family first, behind God, and keep it moving.
That's right.
I had to make a lot of sacrifices. And it wasn't something that I needed to do, I had to do it. It's different when you need to do something and when you have to do something. I had to do it because when you're responsible for a lot of people, man, it's no more you. We're gonna say it like that. It's no more you. When you have to be responsible for other people, it's no more you.
No more.
You know,
But
you
I don't think that everybody understands that it was undermined, being undermined from every direction though.
every direction.
Every direction.
And
Every
so you have
direction.
to think of when I look in and we look in as people that are helping you. I don't know for Shanita, but she probably can say for her, watching it too, just like I was watching it.
That's right.
I was so concerned for you
Yeah.
Oh, I was I,
because
I was there with them.
Yeah, Shanita
you
was
are.
with me every
I know.
day.
Yeah.
That's why I said she can
Yeah.
also say, what you look like during that process. You have to
It
understand
was
this is a
rough.
father who is finding a system for his entire family.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank
Exactly.
you. Not just one person.
My heart did go out to him as well as all the other family members. You had Jeffrey's mother coming in a wheelchair.
Thank you.
Imagine how difficult that is, to have to,
To be a harassed
right.
person. You understand?
And then not only that, like you're not having the support from people that do have
That do have
positions
position.
that
Yeah.
should have
Yeah.
been a support.
Definitely.
And then for so long, they couldn't even get a bond. They wouldn't even let him out on bond. Like for so
They
long,
never got a bond.
they kept trying to come back and get bond
never got
over
a
and
bond.
over and over and over, and then to find the judge to be recused later with pressure because he initially refused to recusal.
Yeah.
So it was so much, guys, that it's still overwhelming just thinking about it. Like we traumatized.
Shit, what you talking about?
And that's exactly what it is. And then where does it leave you as family, right? That's the next
That's
question.
right.
Where does it leave you as family? You're out there in the world fighting. I'm watching you whole time. I'm watching you stand in parking lots, highways, byways, show up at offices. You were doing so much of your part that I couldn't do nothing but buckle down to him.
appreciate
time
it.
you see a father fighting that hard,
I'm,
the world
you know
needs
what?
one of your children.
I'm gonna bring
Yeah.
some more pictures next week,
So,
and
you
I'm gonna
know,
put up some of the pictures that people didn't see, some of the
yeah,
meetings that we had trying to get help behind the scenes. We had posters with Mr. Nate had
yeah.
made
Went to the
posters,
NAACP,
the
SCLC,
SCLC,
you know,
like
all these people, man, and they closed the door.
except for Mr. Nate,
You know,
I can't
Nate
tell you
Nate
how
bucked the
many
whole system.
people.
Nathan
I can't
Knight.
tell you how many people that I called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, we know, we believe you,
Call back.
yeah.
we believe you.
So,
They
amen.
wouldn't even call back because it was such a hush hush for the moment. But
Yeah.
what the
And
word
it
got
still
out
is. Actually, it still is. I haven't heard to this day, I haven't heard not one civil rights leader
Period.
stand up,
And
other
say
than
nothing about
myself,
YSL.
stand up to defend the YSL and the injustices that happened to that. But you want me to sit here and bash the president for going after Fulton County. Make it make sense, in the words of Big Jeff. Make it make sense. You're not going to make me hate that man because y'all don't like him.
Yeah.
right. And see, that's the thing, though. It really does seem like the ones that should have had their positions within that county have lost their positions through
Fear.
claims or ways that they shouldn't have lost their position within there because why? They were honest people.
Mm-hmm.
And
'Cause-
honest people don't make it in situations like that, and that's the problem. That's what we're trying to shed light on,
That's
is
right.
to show how one wrongful accusation can
Yeah.
turn into that big of a mess and have that many people behind bars with no evidence.
For that long.
For that long.
That amount of time.
You know, and then on top of that,
Then you target not one, but the entire
29, the family.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
family,
what a
man.
lot of people miss in all of this is that the target always remained. They never took their eye off of it. They wanted it so bad, they were willing to lie
Thank you.
on record, under oath, and put every licensure that they worked for on the line. So all I'm asking for is the same accountability as a person of public interest.
Exactly.
Asking for the same pay.
The same thing that you would have done to us had we done what you have or what you're being accused of doing.
That's
Exactly. So I totally agree with you.
So, you know, it's you know, they played a mean game. They played a mean game, and with people like you and Shanita by my side, hey man, it kept me kind of balanced. Especially when at times when I really want to just go and put myself in harm's way in Fulton County, in the courtroom. I don't care where it was at. I was at that point a few times, and y'all had to actually, you know, keep me balanced.
Put the
And I,
fire out.
and I appreciate that.
We
I
thank you.
appreciate that because
I always.
I really
one thing
didn't
I
care.
always told you, there's one thing I always told you, Jeff. They already got 5. They don't need 6.
There you go.
Exactly.
There
And
you
you
go.
know what else too? They always look at black fathers as not being there for their children. When I tell you the fathers in this case, from Mr. Anthony Ghana's father to Big Jeff to some of the other fathers, the fathers stood 10 toes down on this case too. Now, give it up for the fathers in these cases. The fathers was held it down for their childrens too. You know, so.
And that's what they tried to say is missing out of the homes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. That's the picture they like to paint.
Battle.
Yeah.
So they can't let you see it.
Yeah.
You know, me and Aunt, Garner's father, Aunt.
Yeah.
Hey man, let me tell you something. They had to separate us because both of us had the same mindset about our sons.
That's right.
You know, he didn't want his son taking no plea deal. I didn't want my son taking a plea deal because they never was charged with anything. You know, it's just,
Not only that, you guys got to see the entire
and then
background
there you
those
go.
young gentlemen couldn't see.
There you go. Saying, you know, then it was the separation. Once the separation came in by Gunner's attorney telling his mother and father not to associate with me. That was the biggest division of that whole trial. We got to separate those two families because that's a lot of power right there.
You
know what I'm
have to
saying?
understand when you can't manipulate somebody's mind, they need you. You're a threat.
You're a big threat.
You're a threat to them because you know how to go up the chain and keep on going. See, they thought they had you complacent because you were just going to them.
Thank you. So
Until I said, oh no, there's bosses that they answer to. You have to keep on going up that ladder and you gotta keep going back.
that's it.
You might not get no responses the first, second, or third time, but when they do respond, you have a whole trail history.
That's
And
it.
I have reached out in regards to this on multiple occasions. It was ignored by your office.
Thank you. And that's what I did. I left a paper trail.
Exactly.
I left that paper trail. So, and on top of that, I'm just waiting for somebody to say that I was never there or I didn't come and do what I had to do or this, that, or the third because, all of our government buildings are videoing. So who gonna make that video disappear?
Exactly. But not only that though,
Shit.
all the discrepancies during the trial that they were negligent on, like we were hearing their conversations that were happening after
Yeah.
that. They didn't
Yeah.
turn off their mics. It was
Like,
like
what's her name? Rosenberger, what her name was? The first DA?
that Emily right in the beginning, she
Yeah.
said we want the leader.
Yes.
They don't care about nobody.
She said, I don't, hey man, everybody listening heard her say that because they left the camera on.
Yeah.
And she said to the other investigators during the break, we don't give a damn about none of those other defendants. We just want Jeffrey Williams. Hey man,
It was loud and clear over
everything.
the microphone.
Thank you.
Yeah, and that's the truth. We knew that though from the
Yeah,
beginning though.
so
That's,
she
you know.
gave it up.
And they were willing to go at any extent necessary
That's it.
to get him
Well,
incarcerated for that long.
The first DA that was on the case, he even said that. He said that publicly. We'll give anybody a deal that can call in and tell us anything about these people.
You had people that had to
The whole correctional institution should have been calling out and they're telling them anything.
Exactly. You had people that were coming saying, they wanted me to lie on him.
Thank
You
you.
had people incarcerated saying, they wanted me to lie on him, and I just wasn't going to do
They
it.
went that far.
It was that bad, guys. And when I tell you, when I seen that changed my life. That changed how I think about people. All these people with these titles and they little polyclicks, as I always
Yeah.
say. Bump these polyclicks and these titles. I don't give a flip who you are. If you got a bad heart and you toxic, I don't care who you are. You toxic.
That's it. So yeah, man. But how my boy doing, Jake?
Day by day. I mean, it's been a day by day thing, and we just been taking it, with the strides that it comes with, and that's right now we're just waiting to get into rehabilitation.
Okay.
So we can see what we're working with at that time. But that's where the fight is real. I'm gonna tell you.
So he has waking up though.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Thank God for
Good.
that.
You're gonna have
We'll
to call
keep
me
him
when
in
you
our
go see
prayers.
him so I can holler at him.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to definitely call him.
It's been a lot. You know how these
Yeah.
companies are, and they
Yeah.
have a lot of money, and what they don't look at it as just a regular crash. Somehow last Friday it was changed in the paperwork on the police report to a fender bender.
Wow.
Are you serious?
A fender bender and he's in the hospital.
They changed the police report.
As of Friday to a fender bender, and you got the pictures, Jim. You can
Yeah,
show
I got the pictures.
Wow.
I got the pictures.
You got the pictures in your phone.
A fender bender.
Was a truck. That was a truck, and there was nothing left.
Thank you. You destroyed that car. That kid lucky to be him. Thank you. That kid is lucky to be him, man. Wow. a
And
fender
he
bender.
was trapped under one of the semis, and because of the weather and they needed to extradite him, they couldn't get to him for 2 hours and 49 minutes.
Oh my
Hey,
God.
So that's how long he stayed crashed up underneath one of the semis, but his car was nothing. So I just thank God that he kept him covered and
that's
he's
right.
still here.
That's right.
And we're
Man.
still in this fight. So I can't complain, but what I can say, it is a shame what these large companies do
Oh yeah.
to young black kids
Oh
Huh.
yeah.
because they see their age.
Yeah.
Shanita, she was the only one injured critical,
Lord have
and
mercy.
they drew drug and alcohol on him while he was out,
Really?
and everything came back negative, and they still took his license.
Oh my God.
I
Wow.
got it all in paperwork, and I got the video. I
Wow.
told them I don't know how y'all can get past this. I have a video.
Now y'all see, it's not just happening here. You got corruption everywhere,
That's it.
everywhere.
Right.
Now here's a man gonna have to prove his story
Prove his innocence.
because
They
of
don't.
people playing a game with his life.
Exactly.
As we say, three sides to every story.
Vehicle laws.
Yeah.
Our motor vehicle laws are Florida and here are the only ones that still operate off these laws.
Really?
So if they put it under like a fender bender, everything else is on your own. So they don't take the medical insurance when you're injured in a crash here. Your auto insurance has to pay first. It's legal here. That's how you have to take care of it.
Really?
They are refusing to give me their policy number for him to have further treatment.
So, could you not go to the police station and get, I think it's a SR form, SR 22 or something like that? The police can give you that if you don't have the policy of a person that you were involved in an accident with.
I waited 3 hours there. They refused to meet with me.
Wow.
And I got a copy of the new report, totally changed from the initial report. Got a copy of both.
And that's not even legal.
No. So I'm sitting here fighting to get the rest of his surgery. They put it under the fender bender.
Wow.
He broke every bone in his face.
Are you? Oh
Shattered
my
his nose.
Yeah, he in
God.
bad
Every
shape.
bone in his head is broken.
No.
Both of his eye sockets are shattered.
Jesus.
He
Oh.
has broken arms,
And he's still here.
lacerations to his chest, his face, his back, too many to count. It's at over 250. And this is what I'm fighting. And they changed it. So now I gotta fight that fight.
Wow. Amen.
And
Yes.
it just shows you that if you have money and you have power, you can have anything
You can
changed.
push the
Down
pen.
to paperwork, down to decisions, down
You push the
to
pen.
whatever it is that they want to change, they will change it if they have the power and the money.
That's it. That's it. So it's everywhere, man. You know, the corrupt. You know, and I hate to sound like I'm being, well, I can't say biased. I can't. I don't want to sound like I don't want people to take me as being prejudiced toward people, but I did an evaluation a few years ago, and I was saying this right here that it seems like every city that has these bull crap laws right now and all the bull crap going on with people in these cities, every person that's in the positions to handle those situations or over those situations are females, and majority of them are black.
Preach. They be the
Majority of them are
worst.
black, man, and it seemed like all of them got together one day and said, "We're gonna do this. This is something that works here, so we're gonna try to do it. Let's make it go here, and then put it there and just let it keep going on and on and on and on." Because all of the cities that are ran by these black women, I'm just being real, they corrupt. They are being ran in a corrupt manner.
Right.
Notice everybody has adopted that bullshit RICO Act.
Right.
you know, in the state RICO. Really? Really? You know,
What it is though, if somebody above them
putting a battery in their back, man. Thank you. Because like I say, it's
battery in the back, now they putting it back in
they
there
ain't,
to recharge.
there you
So
go.
now they gonna leave them
There you
to
go.
hold the bag because they are, that what they look at it as, we're minorities, we're easier to throw away.
To throw away. There you go. There you go. So, you know, and
Give us the position, but they'll put the battery in the back to control
the control this is this.
And
That's
when
right.
when it hits the fan and ain't nothing sticking,
They leave their ass high and dry. They gonna leave them high and dry. You see how a lot of them done start resigning out these positions, don't you?
I'm telling you.
You know, that's why. Because now they dumb asses done realize they set us up. You know,
but most of the time they don't realize it
until
till after it's
I did, there you go.
Right.
There you go.
Better
So
late
hey
than
man,
never.
but guess what?
because what comes from this, all of this, after it's all said and done, charges.
There you go.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen? They're not gonna get any type of immunity or deal because the person that put their battery in their back is already gone.
Already
That's what I
gone.
said.
That's
Yeah.
it. So you know, and I hate to see my sisters go through that.
Yeah.
But you know, y'all want to be men so bad. To now y'all see what a man have to deal with. That's part of being a man, baby.
Wanna be a man so bad.
You know, you want to be a man so bad. You want to put yourself in that man's shoes like you got some testicles for real. This where it happens. They string you out there, and then they let your ass hang.
Well, see, that's what they did. They dangled the balls in front of her.
Yeah, thank you.
So that's where the special prosecution came.
Thank you.
They dangled the ball.
Well, Nathan Wade is a pimp. He a pimp. Yeah, he's a pimp. You know, and he played his game.
Allegedly.
He played his game, man. You know what I'm saying? He played his game. You know, look at what he listed. Look at what her name was in his telephone. Gorilla Glurt. I still want to know what the hell that means. You know, why did you call the district attorney of Fulton County Gorilla Grip? Well, you know, was that the name you were hiring from your wife, or is that saying something? Do that mean something?
Oh God.
He knew what time it was.
Yeah, thank you.
There was
So,
no type of foolery in that. He knew what time it was. And the sad thing about it is that what I hate to see is minorities working hard
to get the position, thank you, thank you.
That always allow someone else to mess up what they got going on because they just couldn't do the right thing morally.
Thank you. Puppets. They puppets, man. They puppets.
So what's better to chase your own kind?
Thank you.
With your own kind.
With your own
And
kind.
how the
That's
things
it.
work.
That's it. And that's how it worked out all the way. And the sad part is they're so deeply involved in it now till they can't even change it at Fulton County. You understand? You know, you still got them same prosecutors that were playing a role in that shit. They done dug a hole so deep till they can't get out of it now themselves, man. It's no different than my son. My son Gregory King. This man deaf. He's 100% mute. They prosecuted this man and put gang on all of his charges. My grandson had an incident with his girlfriend in East Point. The young ladies who prosecuted his case know my family. The DAs that was on that clique, that was on his case, they know my family. They were my daughter's mentors when she was in the Clark College program.
Oh wow.
Every summer she was at Clark College. Then you sit in a courtroom and act like you don't know them.
Like you don't know him. That's crazy.
That's a conflict. That's a conflict. And not one time did they admit to the judge and nobody else that they knew him. So guess what? That further let me knew that they was put on that case for that reason, because they were part of the game.
Part of the plot twist.
You know, both of the young ladies. We got pictures of them.
Right. That's sad.
How is that? How is it that they wasn't made to acknowledge that they know us? And you can't say they didn't know that was Thug's nephew, because every courtroom we went in that one of my relatives had to go in, that's the first thing came out the DA mouth. He's the nephew, he's the brother of Young Thug in the YSL Rico trial. What the hell do that have to do with this trial?
Right.
That was the code word to let the judges know who they were and who they belonged to.
And that
was the code word.
Yeah.
I went in a lot of courtrooms looking at a lot of trials, and I have not heard not one other DA say that about any defendants, who they related to. You know, so
And see, that's the thing. That's what a lot of them don't understand. That they have their own language and time and hand signals. If they
Thank
go
you.
back in the
Thank you.
trial, watch the trial, they
Thank
gonna
you.
see some hand signals. If
you're
they
damn
pay
right.
attention.
A lot of people talk with their hands, but my son has to talk with his hands. It's nowhere around him not talking with his hands. You know, so they had my son at Fulton County Jail. They was actually abusing my son because they thought that he was not incoherent to being able to hear or talk. So I just wish he had a call home one time and said that they was mistreating him. It was gonna be a problem, and I'm saying that heartfully. It was gonna be a problem, man, because you know, even in the Fulton County courthouse, we had to prove that this man was mute. How in the hell did we have to do that, and y'all supposed to be investigating? You should know that.
Exactly.
How you dumb to that fact?
Well, not only that, how were they even?
How?
How many places did I have to call to get an interpreter there?
There you go.
Because
Thank
they
you.
were allowed
They went.
to sit in court.
They
and
went.
trial was getting ready
There
to
you go.
start, and they still
There you
hadn't
go.
even had
Hey
an
man,
interpreter.
I had to go downtown to Fulton County just to address that issue. JC had sent a whole team of people to Fulton County Courthouse to talk to him and interpretate for him. They told them folks, if they're not his attorney, this, that, and the third, they can't let them come in and talk to him. It was an attorney. They turned the attorney down.
And not only that, the special needs.
You know, the
department
special. There you go.
with prisoners.
Thank you.
Right.
And they were-
Because what happened to reasonable accommodation? You know.
Shit, not there. Not
Guess
there.
when you're in jail, is throw away the key.
Not there. That was
You
on.
know?
That was on us. It was throw away the key on us.
But you didn't know.
They were supposed to
You know.
have it all that he was not supposed to sit in any court.
In a courtroom.
while in
That's
person.
right. That's right.
And he had been in several. They were already picking juries.
Thank you.
That's crazy.
He still had not only to mention that the judge that was sitting there didn't even want the case. And
Thank you.
said it publicly.
And said it publicly.
Yeah.
And then when I had the whole group and department show up there, then it was, oh, okay. Then they made Jeff put me on the list, and that's not even protocol.
Thank you. That's crazy, man. So, you know, we went through a lot, man. Now I'm sitting in the courtroom listening to a judge tell a prosecutor, add up the amount of time he'll receive if he go to trial and lose.
Wow.
I ain't never heard a judge say that to a prosecutor in court. Never. And he sat there and came back. His answer was 300 and I think 95 years or 65 years or some old crazy shit. You know, and like I told my kids and their moms, they scared him into taking a plea by saying that.
They do that.
Because they know here's a man that's impaired. You know, he can't speak or talk. So his mindset is going to be totally different from ours. And could you imagine, could you imagine how he felt when an interpreter sitting in front of him tells him, if you go to trial and lose, you will receive 395 years plus life. I seen the life go out of my son when they interpreted that to him. I seen the life. I know he was gonna take a plea. You forced him to take a plea. When it was understood that he was going to trial. It was already established that he was going to trial. So what was the purpose of you doing that? And then you say, it's Monday. You say he got to Wednesday to make a damn decision. Are you fucking serious?
That's crazy.
He got 2 days to make a decision? You might have well gone it.
Because they didn't want to afford us the time.
Thank you.
Because they didn't
Thank you.
have the interpretator right.
Thank you. So, you know, hey, man, come on, man.
Trying to get in front of the jury, in front of the judge, quick, fast, in a hurry.
There you go. He actually had a speedy trial and then asked for it.
Wow.
Okay. Okay, the people on the YSL case asked for a speedy trial. It was 3 years later. Type of shit that is.
And that's the thing. That's the whole thing. If you have lawmakers who are actually sitting back watching all of these rights be taken, and that's why I wrote
And
the
nobody
letter.
spoke on
Everybody
it.
sit there and be quiet, but when it's something with them, they want you to protest, go all out.
yeah.
You should see my inbox. How many requests I got to go and do stuff and you know, do this, to go to ICE stuff and go protest with them.
It's a tactic. It's always a tactic
Tactic.
that they use.
Yeah.
And it's really sad because they really try to pull you from what is morally right. And
That's right.
to take the oath.
And that's forcing you. That's forcing you to take, you know, and then you stand there and ask a person, has anybody, this what get me. Have anybody intimidated you or threatened you in any kind of way to take this plea? Hell yeah, y'all did.
Heck yeah. And y'all making me say that I'm not intimidated and scared so that I can go home. So
Thank you.
yeah.
Hell yeah, y'all intimidate me and scare me and anything else. Everything you saying to me right now falls up under that.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. It's just freely and voluntarily. Hell no.
They don't expect nobody to get up there and say that.
And say that. There you go.
The problem with your son's trial
There you go.
they were vocal.
Right.
Thank
They
you.
were vocal.
Thank you.
And if they hadn't been vocal, this would never came out the way that it needed to come out.
Let me tell you that, yeah.
They were so thirsty
Yeah.
for it. They made so many critical errors from
Yeah.
the very beginning through all the way to the end.
And that's because they had based the whole case on everybody pleading. They weren't looking for nobody to go to trial.
Exactly.
They weren't looking for it.
The sad part about it is that you will never get that time back. You'll never get that money back.
Right.
You'll never get that experience back. The trauma will never go away. All of that stays.
If I were those kids, I would start suing. If I were those kids, I would call them, I would get in touch with my family, the ones that's in jail, and I'll tell them, find me an attorney so I can file me a lawsuit for them to have to reimburse us for that bogus ass trial. The same way the president doing. Because they can do it.
That's what he just put in.
They can do it.
He just put in to be reimbursed.
There you
There's
go.
no reason why.
Thank you, thank you. All of them should be filing that same lawsuit because they lost on that. They ain't proved nothing. They ain't did. They got plea deals. But you know they say if you take a plea, you can't did that and other. I just have to see that cause Donald Trump got charged, but he ain't never take a plea. See that's they loophole. So we got a loophole too. We just gotta find it.
That period. And we got to start standing
And
up.
we gotta stand up on it.
But, people only want to stand out when it's convenient to them and their family.
Yeah. You got, hey man, this
But
could be
it
your
starts
family.
when it's somebody else,
Yeah. This could be your family.
So, yeah,
Look at it like that. This can be your family member.
absolutely.
So I'm standing with everybody.
The theory is that stand up with the ones that are fighting because you never know when it's your time.
When it's your time to line. That's right.
It.
That's
What
right.
they say, don't let it happen to you before it matters to you.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
that's it.
3 sides to every story, everybody.
That's it.
It's 3 sides, man. So we cannot overlook nothing. It's not, we can't underestimate not one thing right now in this day and time because everything in life right now is show and tell.
Right.
And y'all just heard JC's story. Y'all, hey man, it can happen to you. She's in Detroit. And it's happening to her. We gotta be more supportive. We got to be, man. And I'm working on me doing better myself. Cause I can think now. I can think a little clearer now. I'm gonna say it like that. Cause like I say, our fight is still going on. Like I said on the courthouse step, this isn't over for us. It's over for them, not us. My fight is still going, cause I still got relatives who are incarcerated behind that case.
Exactly.
Unfairly. That was really unfairly tried. So we still fighting. It ain't over. God give us the grace on whom will be out in the next week or two. So, and I hope he's had enough of being falsely prosecuted by Fulton County.
Right.
To where the next time they try him, or he needs to go on and put his paperwork in to file a suit on them. He's been falsely accused twice. Well, 3 times now.
Not only that, I mean, what the people don't know, there was so much more to that part of it too.
Thank you.
Where he was being withheld programs just because the
Trial was on. Thank you.
he couldn't even do what he needed to do as an inmate doing his rehabilitation.
In prison.
ordered by the
Thank
judge.
you. In prison and still getting mistreated. So we dealing with a lot, man. A lot. So we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna thank JC for coming on
you,
and
JC.
sharing life with us on another level. And also I want to thank you, girl, for all you have done for us.
Thank you.
All you've done for us. You know what I'm saying? And you know that I'm here.
Y'all
here,
don't
man.
never have to thank me because, like I said, I never know. Like I'm fighting too.
That's right.
So we fight together.
That's right. That's right.
And that's what we do. But I tell you and Shanita all the time, whatever y'all need, just let me know. I'm here through and through. I've showed it. I've showed up. And as soon as my son get,
Hey, mama, we gonna be here.
bit better, I'll be down
We
here
gonna be here.
to see y'all.
We
And
gonna
let
be
us
here.
know if there's anything we can do.
I gotta get my baby right.
Yeah,
All right.
and we
That's
praying
right.
for you,
That's
too.
first. That's first and foremost.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely, but
Definitely.
the new letter has gone out and I read it and I'm asking for all of you followers out there and everybody who is tuned in to please share it because it's word of the mouth. Please share the podcast, please share what the fight is, and if you have any children that are wrapped up, let us know.
That's it.
'Cause
We
the
support.
same thing that I do for little
That's right.
But when we're
That's right.
joined together, we're a force that cannot be reckoned with.
There you go.
Man.
So what I want you to do, I want you to shout out your email. So, so people who want to, contact you or whatever, they can contact you, and she get good results. I guarantee y'all that. I stand on that. I put my life on it. She will get good results. All right?
I'll get through and I'll do what I need to do because I'm gonna tell you something. God led me to Jeff and we've been buddies
Ever
ever
since.
since.
Ever since.
Ever
Ever since.
since, and I can't thank you enough, Jeff, because I mean, even on my bad days, you've been there to listen and help, and we always have great conversation, and we
Always.
always try to help one another. That's what life is about, and teaching this next generation and giving them the knowledge and the tools so they can help fight
That's right. Always.
because they're the target.
And these kids don't understand that.
We don't teach them how to maneuver
Yeah.
when they do have them.
Yeah.
We won't have this problem this way.
That's right. That's right. All right.
Until next time, y'all, I gotta get going, but I appreciate y'all and we'll tune in next Friday. Y'all
Okay.
have a blessed one and we'll talk soon.
All right. Send your
All right.
email out for me.
Oh, yep, I'll type it out in the chat. So
Okay.
that way
Okay.
they have it. Yep.
All right.
I'll put it right down there.
You might want to say it though, because sometimes the chat
Yeah.
goes away.
Huh?
Say it for me 2 times.
Hold on, let me grab it. Hold on, sorry. 1 second. I want it to go to my work email.
Okay.
So they can just do the jc2minds1mic@gmail.com.
That's it.
You said what
JC.
now?
Is it the number 2?
Yep. And then the number 1
Okay.
at gmail.com.
All right.
Okay.
So just my tag name at gmail.com. And that's where I have all of my work stuff in there. So if they have
Okay.
anything, I'm more than willing to help you, whatever y'all have, or if you have others or whatever it is, wherever I'm needed.
All right.
I just do whatever is asked. So
Yeah, I
if you
know.
have something, just go on and send it.
All right. All right. That's JC. And this is.
All right, y'all have a blessed one.
Bye.
All right. Bye. See you later. Love you, girl.
Okay, love y'all.
All
Love
right.
you too.
All right. Okay, now that was Miss JC, and she checked out, and we finna end the show with Big Jeff
It's Shanita.
coming to you live from No Days Off Radio Production from the #1 show in the land. Nothing